people know, what's happening and how we're just getting things done. It's so exciting to see what's happening in our parks. And I'm going to start off with, it seems I can get this thing to go right. There we go. We are now broadcasting. Third time was the charm. Fantastic. All right, I'm going to share my screen so you can see pictures, not just me and my fabulous Star Trek coffee cup. Kirk Spock 24, the only logical choice. Cheers. That's my political statement for the day. All right. And share screen. There it is. All right. I want to start off with something fun, and that is out at Kaiser Rapids Park, we have the Big Toy. It's been open for a number of years, and when you go out there, you see these pickets along the outside rim of the playground, and they've got names on them. Well, now you too can get a picket engraved with your name, your family name, your pet name, your business, whatever you'd like to put on there. And orders are going to be taken through the end of April. So stop by City Hall, get that order in. They want you to write down what you want on it and the right number of letters so you can also be a part of the picket fence. My husband and I have one out there, as so many people in the community do. It is just really a fun thing to go out there and point out to one of your kids or grandkids, hey, that's your name on this playground that we all built together. Today is also prescription turn-in day or drug take-back. So the Kaiser Police Department, along with the help of Dayspring Fellowship, will be taking back medications that are no longer needed, and they will be safely disposed of. We really want to make sure that people remember, do not ever flush them. The fish don't like them. They don't need your whatever. So dispose of them safely, look through the house, especially if you've got medications you're no longer using. Sharps are not accepted, but make sure you bring things in Ziploc bags or baggies, and so they can be disposed of. That's 10 to 2 at Dayspring Fellowship over on Lock Haven Drive, Drug Take Back Day. If you don't get there in time, fear not. You can drop them off at the Kaiser Police Department Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. There is a receptacle in the lobby for the police department. Just drop them off. And we all thank you for safely disposing of medications and keeping them out of the hands of kids and from improper use. Since this is Earth Day, happy Earth Day, everybody. Where we have an Earth Day virtual guide hike. This is courtesy of our Environmental and Technical Division at the City of Kaiser. And you can download the app, and you can then take a guided tour through the nature part of Kaiser Rapids Park. Most of us know the Big Toy and the dog park and the amphitheater, but there are so many acres of natural areas with paths through the park. So we invite you to download the app and enjoy a beautiful virtual guided hike through Kaiser Rapids Park. And also for Earth Day, our partners at Garten are doing all sorts of great things, including Shred Day. Now, we all finished our taxes, got them all turned in, and you have papers that you really don't want getting out there. So you can bring them down up to 2 boxes and get them shredded safely and securely. You get them out of your house, Yahoo Mountain Dew, and it's free. Yes, please. And you get to learn more about Garten Foundation and the work that they're doing for recycling and so many other services that also support people with different abilities to get work experience and jobs. So support Garten, support the earth, and help clean up things from your house that you want to dispose of safely. So hiring, and I know a lot of organizations are still hiring. Kaiser Police Department is now hiring. And we still have, I think it's through the end of the month, we have a number of applicants already. But if you are interested in coming on board to Kaiser Fire, Kaiser Fire is also hiring, and I got you, Betty, on this one. I got your poster. But Kaiser Police is also hiring. We have 3 positions open. One's a lateral position and 2 are open for new folks. And we also are recruiting for both cadets that's under 18, I think, and for reserve officers. And we often do hire from our reserves. So you can explore a career in law enforcement with a great police department. That's Kaiser Police. And we want to make sure people are safe. So there's going to be some extra safety patrols between now and the end of the month. That doesn't mean on May 1st, have at it. No, we still have patrols out, but there's going to be some extra attention paid to distracted driving. Those people that you get so excited seeing them on the phone when they're driving and you go, don't they realize that in Oregon and everywhere, it's really a bad idea. And enforce our traffic laws, speed, paying attention to what's going on around you so we can all get to where we want to go all safely. And another part of our Earth Day and Earth Month, we are doing an urban tree survey or inventory. So if you would like to be part of that, we're going to do a training at the City of Kaiser on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. That's the other culture. So, Star Trek, Star Wars, I'm multicultural. So you can learn how to identify trees and then be able to enter them into the database for our tree inventory. So go to kaiser.org, tree inventory that you see here, and we'll get you all signed up for that training. And of course, we always need volunteers. Pride, spirit, and volunteerism is what we do. It's how we live. It's our way of life. If you'd like to get involved with the City of Kaiser, we have some positions right now that are open, and that is on Public Arts Commission, the Parks Advisory Board. And if you know students who will be juniors or seniors, actually, I think we've opened it now for all high school students to be a youth liaison to our committees and commissions. This program has been wonderful over the years to help youth engage with the city, their very own city, learn how things work, and they are the next generation of leadership. They get to start as high school students on our committees and commissions. So applications are due by the 26th, so do not delay. And we hope to have a full slate of youth liaisons starting this fall. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Mike and Jane to talk about our wonderful Chamber of Commerce. We really appreciate your leadership for the Chamber and businesses in our community. And great to have you on the program today.
Thanks, Kathy.
Thanks, Kathy.
So excited because it's going to be the 25th annual Mayor's Prayer Breakfast. So it'll be on May 2nd, and it's at 7:30 in the morning at the Kaiser Civic Center. And so to give special thanks to the sponsors, Elegant Catering, Northwest Dental Art, and Crossroads Fellowship. So super excited. May 2nd is going to be a very busy day, as we know, probably to the next slide, right? So yep. Then we'll go from your party in the morning to setting up for the Percy event in the evening. So the annual Percy auction with the royalty party. So save the date for that for May 2nd. Get your reservations, get your tables, get your ladies on. It's going to be a fun night for the Percy giving for the Percy event for the giving baskets.
That reminds me what I'm going to have to get my mom for her 91st birthday, which is May 2nd. A ticket to that.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Very good.
So wow, happy birthday.
So if people don't realize that all the money goes towards the giving gift program that we do in December for the kids. And so do it for the kids. Come have a good time.
And what last year would serve 300 some odd families.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was huge. And it was an amazing operation. As the dollars raised at this event, at the Percy event, you see them turned into food and gifts for families in our community. And it's just Kaiser in action. It is just wonderful and heartwarming to be part of. Thank you for leading that.
Well, I don't do much with the Percy one, but the Chamber, I mean, the girls, Leslie and Jill, are just doing an amazing job. So I do commend them on all of that, Kathy.
Absolutely.
I'm
So
not
this
sure
is
about that one.
something I saw on the Facebook also for the Kaiser Network of Women. You know, Percy is all about giving, but they want women to know about taking care of ourselves, something that we often don't do very well. And I was delighted to see this pop up that they're taking time to help women be able to learn about self-care.
I didn't know about that one.
So this is really cool, and people can sign up on the chamber website, the Kaiser Network of Women. Bloomin' Iris.
Woohoo! The Blooming Iris Open. So excited for this. May 17th is the golf tournament. Again, this is put on for the Kaiser Networking Women. This money does also go towards the gift giving program for the event in December. And so we are looking, I think we're still looking, Cathy, if I'm correct, for maybe a major, the title sponsor. This is a really fun event. And again, all the money goes towards the gift giving program in December. And then on to May 18th is the parade, the celebration of Mount St. Helens exploding. So that's going to be a fun parade on May 18th. And I believe that it does start at 10:30 in the morning. I'm assuming, Cathy, does the roads close at 9? I hadn't seen that information yet on the.
I know road closures, I think they start at 9, and there might be some portions. Lock Haven will close earlier because
Okay.
of the parade float lineup. So we encourage everybody to go to the Kaiser Chamber page. And I know you guys are really good about the social media before the event, and we'll have the big signs up saying road will close. Bring your chair and have a good time.
Yep. So it's going to be fun. I'm super excited. I mean, I remember May 18th a long time ago when Mount St. Helens exploded, and so that's what they're doing the parade on. Then thank you to SMI for sponsoring Valley Credit Services. We, they can't put on these events without the sponsorships of people in the businesses, and we really do appreciate it.
I have a question. Where is the pancake breakfast held?
Ooh, Betty.
Is that the fire department?
Yes. Yes, right. So I'll talk more about that because it's a big deal. And we're pretty excited to hook in with the chamber to have the pancake breakfast on the 19th, the day after the parade.
And I think that it's really great that you guys have switched up the day, because I think that I can't remember who talked about this. Maybe it's you, Cathy, about how on actual Mother's Day, that people want, to go out and go to the breakfast. It's fun, but there's still mothers that want to be at home with their family, or the gals from the fire department, should be with their families and not necessarily working and all that. Isn't that kind of how it transpired, Betty?
Yes, actually, that's true. And besides the fire people, the staff, and fire volunteers who participate, we get a lot of spouses too, many of whom, of course, are wives, not all of whom are, but so they end up working that morning at the pancake breakfast instead of being able to enjoy it. And this is a perfect opportunity. I know a lot of people will be disappointed, but it might be more, husbands and dads who have used the pancake breakfast as their special way to celebrate the moms. And so, just have to step up and try something different this year on Mother's Day. But to be able to partner, if you will, with the chamber for this weekend and have the pancake breakfast on Sunday, with the golf tournament on Friday and the parade on Saturday and pancake breakfast on Sunday, I think makes a really nice weekend for the community. And so it's, I think, a great opportunity for all of us.
And it's really good food too. You come down, have a really nice breakfast, and you get to see all your friends and so forth. It's always so much fun. We just have to change our calendars. So it's the third Sunday, not the second.
Right. Well, and I want to say, they make really good pancakes. And when you take into consideration, they're practically mixing pancake mix by the barrel. That's pretty impressive. But I have not eaten any commercially made pancakes that are as good as the Kaiser Fire pancakes. So I'm really delighted about what a great job they do all the way around, actually. So
Hey Betty, is it the fire people making the pancakes? I was gonna say
it
firemen.
is. Yes, yeah. So it is. So there are, certain people who just love standing, first of all, at those actually baking them, but in the kitchen, then there are some more firefighters who are actually mixing up the pancake batter
That's
and
cool.
all of that. And I don't know what their secret is, but I know their pancakes are very good.
We'll look
Mhm.
forward to being there and participating this year in that.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I did, and since I mentioned about changing on your calendar, I just went and did that. So I want to make sure that I don't go, oh, yeah, good nothing that morning and wrong. So it's now on my calendar. So I encourage everybody to do that. So thank you so much to Jane, who's been leading the chamber board all this year. It has been it's a huge job because it is such an active chamber and doing so much for the businesses and our community year round. So thank you for the work you put in. Mike, as the voluntold in chief, you have
I'm the
been
sidekick.
everywhere. What's that?
I'm the sidekick.
Mm.
Well, you're kicking it for sure, and really appreciate all that you as a team and all of the folks on the chamber board and the chamber members are doing for Kaiser. I love, being a part of so much of that as we work together. And Kaiser is just really leading the way in the Mid-Willamette Valley, and you are a big part of that. So Betty, let's talk fire. You did
Okay, I'd be
pancakes.
delighted.
Now it's your turn
Yes.
to plug for employees.
Right. So we are looking for some single role paramedics with the passage of our recent levy that actually starts with the new fiscal year. We're able to add a few new employees, which is great because the number of calls we get each month just keeps going up and up and up. And so we are staffing all three of our ambulances, and we can sometimes get single role paramedics. So basically what they do is just paramedic work. They're not trained to do firework particularly, but sometimes they get the training they need while they're a paramedic and are able then to qualify to do both roles, which is really a promotion for them. So it's a good opportunity to get started in the fire district, and we need applicants for that. And I think these people will start maybe the 1st of July, June, or the 1st of July, probably 1st of
As
July.
soon as you can get them on.
Yeah. Right.
Hey
And-
Betty, Betty, a question. So they have to be already gone through the paramedic certification.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So they should be certified as a paramedic. I think
Okay.
that's yeah. Well, let's see. High school to state of Oregon licensed paramedic, and yes,
Okay.
and be able to um right there. So
Thank
good.
you. I didn't see that part.
Yeah. Okay.
So
It's
do
easy
you want to shift to library?
Yeah, sure. And we can do the library and then come back. I have a few other things to talk about
Oh,
at the fire
no, go
district.
ahead.
Okay. Well, first of all, probably people saw that Marion County Fire got a new piece of equipment through a grant they received from the Oregon State Fire Marshal. Well, Kaiser has also received a grant, and we're getting a water tender, I think it is, which means that easier to get water to a fire when there are no fire hydrants nearby. And we do serve a rural area as well as the urban area. So that's helpful. We also got a grant from the state fire marshal to increase our staffing during the upcoming wildfire season. And so then some of our experienced firefighters are able to go out and help with the wildfires, and we have additional staffing during that time. Often those additional staff are students that are working on their certifications and going to school at Chemeketa or wherever, and have the opportunity to get some real experience. Anyway, and Chief Blanco, who has been leading one of our staffing groups, let's say, what do I want to say, is moving kind of to a daytime position and doing more community outreach on behalf of the fire district and reaching out to schools or community groups. And so this is a really important part for the fire district. It is, and it's really hard for our staff to do because our call volume is so high. So we're pretty excited about both of those. And we were able to send 3 people, including our fire chief, to a fire instructors conference this last week in Indianapolis. So we can stay up to date on some of the latest and greatest methods for training and keeping our firefighters up to speed on what ways that we can do our job the best. So so that's what I have for the fire district. And I'm always delighted too to talk about the library. And I really appreciate Cathy, that you include this in Coffee with Cathy. I want to give a shout out to Mike Lowry, because he is our first business partner for the library, where he has offered to sponsor people printing out materials. So we have a lot of people who come in, want to print their resumes or job applications or other information that they need to be able to continue their lives in an efficient way. So Mike has offered to sponsor that through his business, and we're delighted to have that. It feels like we really are providing a service, and people are so excited that they can get some free printing as a result of that. Anyway,
well, that's my pleasure, Betty. I have
You're
one. I have one hope, and that is
Uh-huh.
that also some of the kids will who maybe need it in the community for schoolwork. So if that
Oh,
word can get
that's
out there as well, that would be a great use for
okay.
that.
Good point. I'll pass that along to people and see how that might fit into the whole thing overall. So that's great. Thank you. Okay, so you got some things to share there. You have the book sale one? Because
I do. Let me get that
this,
on the screen for you. All about that book sale.
okay. Right. So this is the same weekend, sort of as the parade and the golf tournament and the pancake breakfast. It's on Friday and Saturday. And historically, the library always had this book sale the same weekend as Kaiser Fest. So this is back to that practice, if you will. And because all the other events, bring more people into town, and they're looking for things to do to be able to come to the book sale. This is a great opportunity. If you like to read real books at home, then you can buy some books pretty inexpensively. Paperbacks are, I think, 50 cents, and hardbacks are $1. We might have some rare books as well. Anyway, and so it's on Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 9 to 4. And usually the last hour on Saturday, you can fill a whole bag of with books for, I think, $5 or some really expensive price. And so it's a great opportunity. And we also at the on that last day allow anybody who is helping with a little library on their street to come and pick up books for free. So they just need to tell the people there that that's what they're doing. So that's a great thing. We get lots of books donated to the library. They're all called through, and the ones that we know we can use in the library are kept, and the other ones we save until the book sale. So this is a great thing, I think, for the community and for the library. So, okay, we can move on. And
Wait, Betty, I have one thing to remind you, or to remind both of you too. Any of these things, if you want to get them to me PDF, we put them up on the TV screen inside the bank, and people really pay attention to the announce or the I don't know, to the announcements that
yeah,
we put up there. So some of that I
okay,
didn't know about. I thought that would be really great. So if you think about it, yeah, just shoot me it over a PDF and I can put it up there for you.
okay, great.
And Jane, I've got all of these on they are all JPEGs. It's a reel, but if your staff wants to grab it, all of these are available. This whole reel will post at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Can be downloaded and used.
Cool.
Super duper.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. Okay, crafting at the library. I think this is a delightful opportunity for a parent and one or more children. You could go to the library on May 3rd between 1:30 and 3, paint a pot, and then plant some seeds in the pot. And you know, what came to my mind as I thought about that is mom or dad and the kid, one or more kids, do this activity, and then they can watch the seeds grow together and kind of keep track of how each other's seeds are doing. Not to mention that, you know, getting to decorate the pot's always a fun thing to do as well. And all the supplies are provided. So come and have a good time. I think this will be great fun for people at the library. And moving on to
So this is your job announcement. Also hiring.
yeah, yes, we are hiring a part-time bilingual outreach coordinator. We received a grant from the Grand Ronde tribe to be able to do some bilingual outreach, which we're really excited about. So this person will work, I think it's 10 hours a week. The grant is for a whole year. And so they can make contacts in the community, engage families and individuals who might be interested in using the library and come. We do have a lot of Spanish books in Spanish, and some books that are both in Spanish and English. So it's a great opportunity for people to do that. And also, of course, we're always interested in finding out ways that we can serve the entire community. And since we have a fairly sizable Latino community here in Kaiser, this is, I think, very important. So we're really excited to have this opportunity to do this outreach. So yes, and you can get more information on the website. So people can send their resume and a cover letter to bj@kaiserlibrary.org, or they can drop it off at the library when the library is open. And the pay is $18 per hour, 8 hours per week. There aren't any benefits, unfortunately, but this is a good opportunity for somebody who needs a part-time job, and particularly we need somebody who is bilingual. So we're really thrilled to have this opportunity to reach out.
Well, thank you so much. There's so many opportunities in the community for jobs and to get involved. And And you just heard a little bit about it today on the program. I just want to highlight a few more things that are happening in Kaiser, as if this wasn't enough. But I do want to give a shout out to Chariots, but also to the Kaiser Elks, who have been working to help welcome home veterans at Courtney Place. The beautiful apartments across from the Salem YMCA finally opened last month, and men and women are moving in. So if you would like to support the veterans who are moving into that beautiful housing in Salem, please bring your donations by to the Kaiser Elks, and they, just like Chariots and so many other great organizations, will help tell every single veteran moving in there, welcome home. And since everything is so awesome, I want to make sure everybody remembers that on the 27th, a week from today, is the Awesome 3000. So if you have a student who would like to participate, make sure that they are signed up to join in their total awesomeness at the Awesome 3000. Thank you to United Way for picking up and continuing this wonderful annual event. Back at our Kaiser Heritage Center, we have the art, and we've been talking about the Blooming Iris Days. Well, you know, the planning for next year begins now, as we have already have an iris selected for next year. That is this beautiful star woman, and the annual competition for the iris poster. So if you're interested in submitting your artwork to be the 2025 Kaiser Iris poster, please get that submitted. The information is at Kaiser Art Association. We have a whole gallery in the Kaiser Civic Center. During the year, all of the posters are on display inside the city center or the Civic Center offices, but every so often we put them out into the public art gallery, so you can see all of the posters since 1988. Also today, we are going to be celebrating the terrific 12. These are 12 more dogs that have been trained through the Joys of Living assistance dogs. And we are going to have the passing of the leash to their human partners. These dogs are trained very specifically to meet the needs of people with disabilities, people with stress, PTSD, and other needs. It's a partnership among so many great organizations. JLAD began right here in Kaiser by Joy St. Peter, and they now partner up with the Oregon Department of Corrections and with the Oregon State Hospital on teaching the dogs the behavior cues and so forth, and the ways they can assist their people. So I look forward to joining them today for their graduation as these dogs take their place with their people in serving them in our community. You've probably seen some people who are socializers that have their dogs in the community, and they are part of this training. If you would like to be a socializer, go to joydogs.org and learn more about this fantastic program. Also, speaking of art, the 32nd annual colored pencil exhibition is at the Kaiser Art Association right now. I got to see it last night during the intermission at the Kaiser Homegrown Theater show. It is, once again, spectacular. It is a must-see. And next week, we have the Kaiser Community Dinner at St. Edward. Thank you to McNary Culinary Arts, who will be hosting it this month. And we thank St. Edward's for continuing to host this month after month. This is for everyone. You want to have dinner with friends, you want to meet some people, this is for you. Come on down, have a nice meal, visit with people, and enjoy the Kaiser Community Dinner. And want to make sure that you have a chance to see this amazing show at Kaiser Homegrown Theater. So right across the hall from the Kaiser Art Gallery is our wonderful Homegrown Theater. I got to see this show last night. It is spectacular. Great story, acting. It was a fantastic show. You're going to want to see Silent Sky at Kaiser Homegrown Theater. So that's a lot of what's happening in Kaiser today. And coming up, Betty, you've got one more.
Oh, yes. This week on Wednesday, the 24th, from 10:30 to 11:30, every Wednesday we have reading hour for little children, but we have a local author who's joining us this week, Jessica Brittany, and so she's going to be there during the story time. There'll be a coloring session and kind of focus on mindfulness for children. So, this is a great time for parent and child to come and enjoy this special opportunity. So we want to be sure that people know about that. So thank you.
All right. I just got that visual here. I'm going to put the link into the Facebook feed so people can find it. Thanks for bringing that to our attention. Yeah, preschool story time is every Wednesday at 10:30, and there's so much more happening at our Kaiser Community Library. I am so thankful we have that for our kids. Well, I hope everybody has a magnificent weekend. Happy Earth Day. Hope to see you at the community dinner and so many other events around Kaiser, and getting ready in May for the Blooming Iris event, Blooming Iris weekend. And I want to thank Betty Hart from the Kaiser Fire District, Jane Lowry, the president of the Kaiser Chamber Board of Directors, Mike Lowry, also on the Chamber Board and very active member of the Chamber and the community. Next time we'll have Diane Watson from the Chemeketa Community College Board of Education back with us. She sends her greetings. And Chrissy Hudson also says hello from her hard work that she does on behalf of the people of Kaiser as our elected representative to the Salem-Kaiser Board of Education. I'm Cathy Clark, Mayor of City of Kaiser. It's my pleasure to share all this with you in the April edition of Coffee with Cathy. Have a great day.
Thanks, Cathy.
Thank you.
Yes. So, question.